This is Damon Stevens, Finwealth Builders. Today is Monday, May 16, 2022. The stock market update for trades of the day. And boy, what a flat day we had in the market. So bulls and bears are battling out here or we're consolidating here with this lower volume. So the question is what's the next destination here in the market? Are we going up or are we going to be heading back down to new lows? So let's take a look at what's going on in the charts and see what we can get from them. Just know we're not financial advisors. All this is just information for you, and we're sharing with you what we're trading and what we're looking at in the market each day. So if you do want to join us on our Discord, please go to finwealthlive.com. You'll find a link there to join our free Discord, as well as some free training that we have out there. So definitely check it out and join us. So looking at the market overall, with Dow Jones closed down 0.08%, Nasdaq up down 1.2%, and S&P 500 down 0.39%. And you see here, nice little choppy, just kind of grind up and then a sell-off at the end of the day. Nasdaq just chop all day long. Stay with S&P 500. So if you're in there, hopefully you're able to scalp out of it. If not, this was just a good day to sit on the sidelines and just kind of let the market just run flat. Try to figure out what it wants to do, build some energy up for its next move. So I'll be curious to see if we get that tomorrow, turn around Tuesday. Do we get some movement in the market or do we not? We will see. So you can see your energy was strong today. Everything else, our FANG stocks were low. A lot of technology, money moving back out, technology and finance. And this is just going to be something that happens with the market. A bear market, that's what's going to happen is you got all these ebbs and flows, updates and down days as the market's trying to figure out, these long swings as far as what direction to go. So just something to be aware of, be patient. If you're long-term trading, there's some great bargains right now on some of these tech stocks and some of these other stocks that have been, basically beaten down, to, 50 to 80% of their value. So if you get some good, strong companies, this would be the time to start nibbling at those. If you're wanting to find a bottom, who knows where the bottom is? By the way, we're gonna know the bottom is a few days after the market starts to recover and show some bullish strength and movement above the moving averages here. So just keep that in mind. Looking at the scanner here, AGRI, we traded this one before. INDO we have as well, but I did not trade these. They were too low, and I was just kind of trying to watch the market to see kind of where it was going to go. If you look at the SPY, just to give you an idea of the market overall, here's the SPY, S&P 500. This represents the overall market. And this is on a weekly chart. You can see that we are below the 100-day moving average for the second day. So that's very bearish, and very well we could drop down to this 361 area, 362 area, if we don't hold up or break back above this 405, 406 area. So the market tried to do that today, didn't quite make it. We'll show you on the intraday chart here, but let's first cover the daily. So daily here, you can see again, came down to this low here, 390, bounced off, kind of sitting here flat. So we're kind of in between this 410 area, which would be resistance, and where the 20-day moving average is coming in, and the low. So we could just kind of sit here flat and build momentum to try to break up and out or break down. If there's going to be a lot of resistance and a lot of support, we might just kind of chop in here. So been in here for over a week. So we'll see what happens. Definitely just kind of watch the price action, but really, reaching up towards 410, this 410.66 or 413 would really be the ultimate goal for the bears. For the bulls. For the bears, to be coming down here and tagging this to 385 and possibly breaking through to new lows. So there's something to be aware of. And this is 4-hour chart, just to give you an idea. So 4-hour chart, you can see just been a big trend down. We've come in, we get above the 20-day moving average, pull back, get above the 20-day to the 50-day moving average, pull back up to the 20-day moving average. So if the 50 is a hold, now before it used to be that the 20 was a good hold, but on this 4-hour chart, it looks like the 50. So do we break back up here and retag the 50 here at 415 and then pull back again? It's hard to say. But right now on even the 4-hour, we're below the 20-day moving average. Looking at the fear and greed, we are just still in this fear. The fear is in the market, and as long as the VIX is elevated above 25, we could continue to see lows in here. So just be aware of that. Definitely watch the VIX pre-market. This is just giving you information, not giving you advice on where to take, but talked about this last week. This is the Max Payne chart. It shows you stock options, and if the market was going to hurt the most traders out there, what would be that level? And right now for this week, at least it's chalking up right now. Stock price is around 401.61. Max Payne maybe 428, which is quite a bit of ways. I mean, that's way up there. So that means by Friday, the close, when all the options are closing out, and this is, the quad witching hours as well this week. So we have all the weekly and the monthly stock options all closing out at the end of this week. So if there's going to make if we're going to make that painful for the market, and they're going to try to hurt as many people as they can, they're going to be trying to close at least the S&P 500 at this 428 level, and that would shut out all these puts, because you can see there the calls are been pretty low. A lot more people trying to short this market, and so if the market wants to hurt those people, it's going to try to rally this week and close somewhere around this 428 area. So we'll see if that happens. Just be prepared for it. Sometimes the market doesn't move at all. If the bears and the bulls are equally strong, or volumes are really low, you may not get what you want out of it. So just something to be aware of. So let's go ahead and get into some more charts here. I'm going to skip this daily for now because we kind of talked enough about the SPY. Looking at the earnings tomorrow, Walmart and Home Depot. So definitely check these out. Definitely can see a lot of movement, a lot of momentum on both of these stocks. That'll help, depending on what they report, will help, kind of get an idea, hopefully, what's going to happen to Target and Lowe's the next day. So maybe this gives you a nice setup for the next day on the other earnings. Something to be aware of. Apple. So Apple here, you can see here, this is on daily chart. Here's our trend line, and we broke below that, down this 137 level, which is kind of where we were back here in October of 2021. So we came here and bounced off that. We're back into this channel here. You can see this was kind of where we had a breakout, a failure, and then breakout again. So this, we got to really get above this 150 area would be the next goal. If we break below 144, we might come down to 137. If we break above this 149 level, hopefully we can rally back up and try to get to this 20-day moving average, and kind of get back into this zone here. But you see these are heavily curling down to try to meet this. So either time is going to fit in to where the time comes down and meets kind of where we're at now, or we might get a little bit of a rally to try to get to that 20-day moving average and check in. Tesla, same thing. We're elevated away from the 20. We bounced off support kind of in that 700 area. That's where we're back in February. And now we're trying to just rally back up here above 756. Would hopefully get us back over the 800 level. So just kind of keep an eye on that. We did try to rally up with them, but we fell, came back. So we're sitting around, 724. So towards the bottom, 700 has got to hold support. If it breaks, then we could be coming down to 650 or 600 area. Nvidia, again, this is on a weekly chart. We're below the 100-day moving average between the 200. So kind of right in the center area. We need to get above 177 to run up towards, back towards the highs, and the 20-day moving average clear up here at 221. So we're very elevated away from that. So a lot of movement here on Nvidia, but Nvidia's been very weak, very bearish. So we'll have to see, do we have to just give time for this to come down, or can we get a rally going on here? Facebook weekly chart as well. So we're consolidating this kind of in this area, and you see we consolidated here, back here in this February 2020 area, and then we had a pullback, and then we had a nice rally out from there. So, we could be here, we've been here for a few weeks in this general range area. As long as we don't break below that 180 level, if we do, we could be, coming back down to these lows that we had before, 137. So we're looking to break out above this 210. We can't, and 220 would be the next level, and then obviously we have at 230 the 20-day moving average. Amazon pretty much flat, kind of in between this range of 2,000 and this 2,400. You see this big, huge breakup area right here. So we did get support where we were before, 23, 30, this 20, 35. That's kind of where this number comes from. And we bounced off that. So we're trying to hold that area. If we get back, above 2,300, looking for it to rally up here. If we break back below, 2,200, we may come back and revisit the 2,000 area. RK, still in this kind of this zone right here. This is the zone we talked about last week. This is kind of where we want to maintain, if we break lower, we could go much lower on this ETF, which has just been beaten up. Yeah, just so definitely looking to hold that support level around above 30. So, we might kind of chop in a range here. You can see we were here for, several months before we actually made a move. So, that's possible. We could kind of chop here as well, but we'll see. Just got to watch that price action. Definitely join our and subscribe and like our videos if this is helpful information for you, and continue to check out our sites and meet with us each night as we go through and recap the day and look into tomorrow and what we can do for the next day. Look at the 10-year bonds, just consolidating here above the 20-day moving average. Not a lot of movement there. The dollar remains elevated towards these highs. So just looking to, see if it holds or it breaks here. But right now it's just kind of sitting there flat. The VIX did pull back here. Right to 27, right at the 50-day moving average, and see we bounced off the 50 last time it was here. So, and you see the 20-day moving average was mostly support before, and lately, this last turn it was 50. So, do we break through here, or do we bounce off here again off this 50-day? If we bounce off again, the market's coming down. We can break through and start to get through these moving averages, then that will help the market to rally. Really, under this 24.74 is the goal. SPY, we talked about the SPY, so definitely looking for, are we going to break out and hold above 400 or break down below 400 and go back towards lows? Triple Qs, so this is Nasdaq. So Nasdaq sitting here flat as well. So same story. We have the 20 here that we're really got to move up towards. Some point, either it's going to come down here to meet us, or we're going to have a rally to get up here to get it. So that's kind of what we're looking for on a daily basis here. Semiconductors, it went up and tried to tag that 20-day moving average. It failed, came back. So now we're kind of flat right in the middle of this candle. So look for a short below 225 and a long above, 237. IWM, so this is also 2000 small caps. So you can see here again flat, looking for a continuation play up to 184 to meet the 20, or if we break down below the low 168.90, look for additional downward movement towards 164, 160. Financials sitting here nice and flat, just consolidating here for several days now. Really got to get above 34 for a long or short under 32. Healthcare, try to rally up, hit that 20, and right by the 20-day moving average in the 200, and then pulled back. So we got to see if we can hold this area and stabilize and try to get back above these. So break above 131, and we start to rally. Break below the close here at 128. Look for some more downward play back towards the lows. Energy sector, XLE. So XLE, you can see here, it tagged new highs and then pull back here. It's kind of sitting flat, kind of where it was, back here on May 6th. So we'll see if it continues to break out. If it can break out and hold for 2 days, we may continue to go to new highs. Gold pulled back here, definitely continues to be weak. It's kind of, you can see this range, this little chop range that was there for several days. That's kind of in that range where we're at. So do we settle here? It's possible. If we can't get above 1831 to rally back up, we could just chop in here as well between this 1831 and 1780 level. Bitcoin on the weekly. Bitcoin did hit that 200 we talked about last week, bounced off, was a bad weekend, trying to rally back up over 30,000, which is great. So we're out of that 25 to 27,000 range. So that means the bulls are trying to protect themselves in Bitcoin, but we'll see what happens. We're kind of stuck right now in this little range between the 200 and the 100 now. Ethereum, same thing, nice and flat here. Was able to bank up, bounce off that 1701 area, which was just amazing time or what level if you got in there, back up to this 2077 level. So we got either, really break that back down towards 1700 area, or if we can get back up towards that 20, it would be almost around 2400. So that's our stocks, cryptos, and small caps. The other stocks that we're looking at, those are the levels we're looking at tomorrow. Definitely, check out the Discord, because we put levels. We say, okay, here's a long plays, here's a short plays. That way you have the numbers. It says when to get in, when to get out. So hopefully you can find that helpful for you in your trading, and definitely provide some feedback and let us know how we can further assist. Everybody have a great night. Play it safe in this market of chop, and do not get stuck in the chop. Wait for a breakout or a breakdown to play this market. Everybody have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow.